Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing a Genesis GV80 Prestige Signature. First and foremost though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Genesis of Linden for giving me some time with this GV80. This one is available for sale right now if you're interested. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below. And as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into the video. So under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 23 on the highway, with power outputs being 375 horsepower and then 391 pound-feet of torque. If you want to see how this engine performs, I filmed another review with the Genesis of Linden on pretty much an identical vehicle. It doesn't have the Prestige Signature package, but from a powertrain perspective. So yeah, just look that up if you want to see. It's a 2023 GV80. And anyways, that's under the hood. So first off, as part of this Prestige Signature package, you get this special matte paint. Now there is another color option you get, which is white, but I think that this is the route to go because this matte gray looks absolutely fantastic. So you guys can see here with the Genesis logo front and center, and having the matte paint just makes the body lines pop out so much. And it has this beautiful like metallic flake to it. Looks absolutely fantastic. And then coming down below, we have the GV80's signature daytime running lights with the LED headlamps. There are parking sensors integrated here into the front. And then notice here, you still have the signature gigantic GV80 front grille with the camera there in the center portion, sensor at the very bottom, and then notice the venting there on either side. And yeah, overall, it looks great from the front end. Now coming on the side here, we've got two 65mm tires wrapped around 22-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. Now these black wheels are also a special component of this package, and again, I think they look absolutely fantastic. Gives it kind of like a sportier appearance overall. And then of course we have the giant Genesis brake caliper there, and remember these are 22-inch wheels. We actually have pretty large brakes for the front. Notice the fender flare has been body painted, and then I love the silver accenting with the turn signals here on the side. When I say turn signals, this is what I mean. So if I press the key fob, you can see it comes on the front, but then also here on the side. And then notice the matte paint there on the mirror, just kind of how that looks with the sunlight. But then the pillar coming out is black, so again, really nice contrast. You have the silver trim here around the windows, and then a little bit more here at the bottom as well. Then we take a few steps back. Yeah, just all the body lines look, everything just pops out so well. So here's our key fob for the GV80. You guys can see you got the Genesis logo here on the back. Notice we have our lock function, unlock, remote start. This is our parking assist function right here, and then this is the opening for the hatch. And you can see that to turn the lights on and off. There's a lot built into this key fob. And so if we hold this down, it'll pop open the hatch. And if we actually pop inside here, this is a goodie that comes with the vehicle, I suppose, which is pretty cool. And then notice here we've got like a little owner's manual right there, and look, some speakers here for the sound system. And notice we've got these controls to raise or lower the second row. This one doesn't have a third row. And then we've got a 12-volt back here. And then if we move this all forward actually, which we can because we have so much space back here, which is great. You got some more storage space under here with the cargo cover. And you guys are going to be pretty interested once we pop to the second row. But anyways, when you're done, just press this down. Boom. Now let's finish things up with the rest of the rear. So you guys can see there with the roof, again with the matte paint, it looks so interesting. And then even the shark fin. A lot of manufacturers will just do like gloss black when they have like a matte paint color with a shark fin. Not Genesis though. I love the signature taillights here with the GV80. Got the GV80 badge right there, Genesis logo, and then the 4-wheel drive 3.5T badge. Parking sensors along the bottom, and then notice the covers here over the exhaust tips. Again, so you have like the mix between, again, the matte paint and then some silver accenting, chrome accenting all over. And yeah, just look at the body line, especially like here in the back. Look how much that just pops. So here's the door panel in the rear. You can see material use is just absolutely fantastic. Got the stitching throughout, and then you can see the wood trim down below. and then more leather trim down here, and then even at the bottom portion. Got our window control right here, more speakers for the sound system. There's just like a million of them. And here are the seats in the rear. You can see really nice white piping, and then notice we got our quilted design here in the center, and then it's perforated here on the side, and then smoother here on the far side of it. And again, more of that piping. Notice we have our adjustments here. You have your relax function, which is kind of funny that they labeled that. Genesis plaque. And then popping in, it's really easy to get in. You pretty much just slide right across. There's legroom. There's headroom. Notice we got a storage pocket right here. And then we have our little mirror right here so that we can, it has a little cover on it if you guys are wondering, but so we can stare at ourselves, right? And look at the pillar back here. Really nice material use. But down below, we got the vents. We have our own climate zone back here. We've got heated and cooled seats. We've got some power outlets. And then we have a couple of cup holders here. We've got some storage space, which you can cover with this piece of wood trim. And then we have this like center console setup, which is pretty cool. Wireless phone charger, and this does not turn into a seat. So we have another seat right here. And if you guys are good at math, then you can surmise that this is a 4-seater because we have 2 seats back here and then 2 up front. And so this is definitely kind of like in, you know, like Range Rover SV autobiography fashion, where it's this kind of like more like a chauffeur type design in terms of these seats and everything. And then obviously the setup back here. And of course you have these adjustments here for this passenger. This is the most important passenger in the GV80. And then we also do get our own sunroof here in the back as well. So there's just a lot of luxury features. And yeah, let's head to the front. Now here is the front door panel. You can see again with the stitching, the wood trim down below, and then all of the soft touch padding down below there with, again, more stitching. All of our window controls here, and then the mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. They also have blind spot monitoring, and then of course we've got a million more speakers here for the sound system. We have our Genesis plaque, and here's the front seat. So you can see again with all of the quilting here in the center, the piping on the side, just a really nice looking seat. Then we have all of our adjustments here, and we do have our massage seat function as well. Pedal layout down below, pretty normal. Then we got like our parking brake right here, and we have really nice like faces on the buttons for like the stability control and the auto stop start. And then again with the padding, the stitching. Steering wheel is power adjustable. Let's pop in. Now here is the steering wheel with this GV80. You can see really nice leather trim all around with the black stitching there on the center portion. We got really nice paddles here on the back. Of course, we got the 2-spoke design, which is pretty unique. We do have, well, controls for practical stuff like cruise control, for example. This does have adaptive cruise control, does have steering assist, all that, you know, fun self-driving stuff. And then we've got like our volume and voice command controls. And then notice the finishes on the ends of the stalks here, which look really nice for the windshield wiper stuff and then the turn signal light stuff as well. And there's the steering wheel. Now we've got the 3D digital gauge cluster, which never pops up onto camera very well, but it looks really cool in person. So if you have a chance to see one of these in person, definitely recommend looking at it. And also I can scroll through a few different menus there to see different bits of info. But the cool thing is we do have a bunch of different drive modes, which will kind of change things up. So notice the sport changes how the gauge cluster looks. So it's the custom, comfort, and then we got eco, and then snow. And yeah, I just think it's cool how like the whole appearance changes based on the drive mode that you go into. Now here's the center infotainment system. First off, if we pop into reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. We also have a bird's eye view as well, and we have this cool like 360 view here of the GV80, which is also pretty cool if you ask me. Now as for the rest of the infotainment system, if you guys don't know, again, massaging seats, so if I press that, that'll pop up here on the infotainment system. So right now we're getting a whole body stretching massage while I review this. But notice we can fold and unfold the second row seats here, which is pretty cool. And we can control it as well from the front. So there's lots of adjustment with that. But as for the rest of the infotainment system, response time is fantastic with this, as you can see. And I don't have to control it via touchscreen function. I can use a little dial to control it as well if I want. So it's kind of cool that you've got the 2 different ways now to control the infotainment system. Notice it has passenger talk, even though like this is just a 2-row SUV with 4 seats total. Still has passenger talk, which is pretty nice. I mean, again, it kind of makes sense with the whole like chauffeur type deal that this is, you know, kind of appearing as. But anyways, there's that. So notice with the material use on the dash and the stitching that goes all across and then down below as well. So it's cool that like all of it is padded, so it definitely looks, you know, nice and upscale. And I love the appearance of the vents too and how that kind of goes across. It's not all vent, if you guys are wondering. It goes pretty far, but it's not all vent, but it looks cool how it connects together. And then we've got some controls here for like navigation, all that fun stuff. And we do have our climate controls as well. We've got heated cooled seats for the front, heated steering wheel. I like how I can just set it to low, medium, or high for the automatic climate control. I think that's a pretty cool thing. And then we have this little tab here, some more nice wood trim. It covers like the wireless phone charger, USBs, all of that. And then we have this little piece of wood trim that covers the cup holders. Now we have our analog control for like the volume stuff, home button. Now this is the main difference between this and a 2023 is the 23 has like the dial that looks more like this, basically right here to control the infotainment system, whereas the 2022 doesn't. It has this little dial thing. But other than that, I mean, the vehicles are identical. Anyways, here is the dial shifter for the 8-speed automatic transmission. Then we have like our drive mode select right here. This is for the camera system, parking sensors, hill descent control. This has a center locker, which will just make it so that the power distribution front to back is equal. And then center console, pretty normal. And then notice again with the stitching, and then also on the side. And you can see where your leg goes. It's kind of hard to see. Got more quilted leather right there, which looks great. And then normal glove box. Nothing crazy happening there. And we do have, again, another sunroof here up front, so we've got one in the back, one up front, and then a really nice headliner here, so it definitely makes it feel a lot more upscale. And then you got the control for the sunroof, and then regular mirror. And also, I forgot to mention one more bit of safety tech. It says the turn signal cameras. Since we're not taking it out and driving it, I have to mention that. And also, oh no, it's not going to show up because my camera is like super whited out. There we go, heads-up display. So here's our window sticker for this GV80 Prestige Signature. Like I said, this is limited to like 600 units total. And again, the only difference between this and a 23 is just that little dial thing. But anyways, there's all the standard equipment. Now, the thing with the Prestige Signature is pretty much everything is standard. This has a $200 credit actually, because it says features not included. It says highway driving assist replaces highway driving assist 2 and does not include highway lane change assist. Forward collision avoidance assist does not include lane change oncoming lane change side junction crossing and evasive steering assist. Yeah, that's definitely a mouthful, but I'm sure that has to do with the chip shortage or something or the other. But anyways, total MSRP $78,095. And I want you guys to let me know what you think about this package. Would you rather get this package as the 2022 and as like a special edition, or just step up and get the 23? I'd be interested to hear that. That's going to sum things up for our video on this Genesis GV80. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Genesis of Linden for giving me some time with this GV80. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see all of you in that next video.